Hello.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode one of Wrestling on the Rocks. That's the Thursday Night Chaser, because that's how
Hi,
we do.
Dalton.
Hey, Dalton. So, as we get into this, thank you guys. I am your host, Ms. Amanda Jane, and of course, with me per usual, I've got Digi with me. Digi, what's going on?
Oh man, there's just a lot.
So much going on in the LBC.
Yeah.
It's just me and my homie Snoop D-O-double-G or whatever. Anyways, no.
I'll figure one to use with that.
Yeah, there you go. You just run with it. But welcome, people. Good to see you all and whatnot. Already Dalton is in here, and welcome. So we love it when you guys come and derail the show. So yay! So, anyways, like happy Thursday. So let's get business out of the way and play a little game of what's in your glass. Did you know you had a can? But what was it? This is, that is Jack Daniels with Coca-Cola. Jack and Coke. Guess what? I have the non-alcoholic version of just Coca-Cola because that's my huge. And just remember, y'all, it's not about what you drink. It's about who you're drinking with. So yes, so Dalton says I missed an awesome stream. What did I miss? Anyone wants to fill me in?
Medusa shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I doing yesterday? Yesterday, tending to mom.
Peace.
Mom was not doing too well, so tending to mom. So, but I'm all in for epicness, and hopefully we can top or get close to Medusa shenanigans today. So, woohoo. Well, I want to get into some before we get into it. First off, I would like to basically raise a glass and some get well soon wishes to the bad boy Joey Janela. Currently, Joey is hospitalized. He has, and I want to quote, I'm going to read the bad boy, his tweet from yesterday. Well, I've been in pain for quite a while. Worst the past couple of days, along with insane vomiting. I've braved through it to do something at the Limp Bizkit concert, and today I had to check into the hospital. Turns out I have gallstone pancreatitis. My
Ooh,
August schedule is uncertain for the time being, and Bill's going to be through the roof. I'll be trying to get some merch out there. Should be in here for a minute. So, new GCW was doing a Japan tour, or is doing a
yeah.
Japan tour this month. So he probably might not make it. So what I do want to say is, of course, once we know that the bad boy is got some merch out there, please go support him. You can follow him at Janella Baby on X.
Yep.
Um, so to you, cheers to you. Get well soon, Joey.
You're well, bro.
That's a good dude right there. So
Whew.
wishing him very, very well. And it's bad because I mean he's been on a tear. He's been doing amazing the last couple of months. Had some really great matches for the GCW title. Yes, did get screwed over,
Yeah.
but whatever. I blame the goddamn GM, but you know what is what it is. So yeah.
Why
So
we gotta hate
whatever.
him, the Deathmatch King?
Well, the Deathmatch King, screwed everybody over by fucking letting his, the Deathmatch Queen, like, let her old man get the damn title. So,
Yeah, well,
whatever. Nepotism sucks, but hey. So, I've got
makes for
a little bit
compelling.
of birthdays. Yeah,
Yes.
we got a little bit of birthdays, not that many. I do want to wish, we missed it last week. I didn't know. I had a feeling, but I thought it was this week. So happy birthday to WWE's own NXT superstar, Eddie Thorpe, also known as Carl Fredericks, if you know him in that
Woo!
circles. Gotta love the BFD. Carl, we love you.
If you know what BFD
Hearts.
stands for, you're already a fan.
Yeah. And if you don't, you're a moron. But you should know. I mean, I personally, again, on this particular show, I've talked great things about Carl slash Eddie Thorpe, and I'm really glad that Eddie Thorpe is on our TV.
Yes.
So yay! Love his little food right now with Lexus King. So if you know, you
Which,
know.
woo! We
Woo! Fire.
we got to talk about that. That's
Yes, we will
got to be
talk
on.
about that. We will talk about that. We will talk about that.
Feel like I need a
And yes, he is a DJ, and he's a very fucking good DJ too, by the way.
true.
If you do follow him on Instagram, there was a time when he was when he was in between contracts, he was just DJing. He'll do random sets, and every once in a while he'll even do it on Twitch. But most commonly, if you do see him out there, um, he's doing it on Instagram. So check him out. I think you guys will really like that. So birthdays. Birthday that we also, I don't think we mentioned, but Sammy Guevara, happy birthday! And we have some Sammy Guevara news in a moment, but we'll get back to
Oh
that.
yeah. The dark. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Devon Dudley, happy birthday.
Hey.
Yoshi Tatsu, happy birthday. Um, I think one of fucking the like most misunderstood and actually like very underrated people, wrestlers. Happy birthday to Davey Boy Smith Jr. Harry,
Yeah.
happy birthday. I know he's a little weird, but let me just say this, okay? Fucking KES, I miss Killer Elite Squad. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well,
I miss Killer Elite Squad.
like yeah, he's weird, but look at the rest of fucking pro wrestling.
Yeah, and look at his family. So
It,
yeah. Anyways,
he's
um,
the normal one.
yes. Aaron Stevens, happy birthday. But you gotta love the Aaron Stevens work on NWA with the question mark, rest in peace question mark.
Oh yeah.
That was some really great stuff. I can't say more about that. WWE's own White Ricky Starks, Austin Theory, is having a birthday. Happy birthday.
Nice. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Yep, happy birthday. Dean Malenko, happy birthday. Another
Iceman.
person, yes, another person who is having a birthday coming up. Tony Nese, happy birthday.
Fuck yeah.
Um, Also, the I got to give a great birthday shout out to, I think, one of probably right now, like one of the goats right now, the senior statesman um of wrestling, TNA's own Frankie Kazarian. Happy
I
birthday,
agree.
Frankie! Frankie, happy birthday! Kaz is celebrating out there. Uh, Another person, and this is last but not least, and it'll actually wrap up. I'm gonna segue, just here as a segue. Happy birthday to Marty Bell.
Yes.
And you need to see more Marty Bell out there, but also Marty Bell, speaking of which, I think like her NWA run was very I thought she had a good run
Yeah.
with Allison Kay. I know some people don't like Allison Kay, but whatever. But we finally saw last night Camille Brickhouse, or the Brickhouse Camille is what she's going by in AEW, made her debut. And she's a little rusty, but that's okay. That's okay. I kind of get vibes of she's going to be treated as Jade Cargill 2.0 in AEW. What are your
Which,
thoughts?
well, first off, Allison Kay is an amazing lady.
Some people
God,
don't like
eh, fuck
her.
them.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like if you've had any form of conversation with,
She's awesome.
yeah,
I
she's
like her a
awesome.
lot. I like her.
So Marty Bell, badass.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to shine there. Love the hex.
Yep.
So far as Camille,
Yes.
I don't think rust is the issue. I think it's they're putting and that
You think so?
I do. You
Okay.
can't. It's a very rare talent that can float between various wrestling styles. Right now, the dominant women's style is closer towards a luchador kind of flip gimmick.
Okay.
And Camille is more of a like a strong woman,
Okay.
more to that degree. And if you're not willing to feed yourself into these moves, which some of those women are not, it makes you look like ass. Uh,
Okay.
will she be treated like Jade Cargill? Probably. Will it eventually end up the same exact way? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's another amazing talent that's just going to end up getting fucking sent back to catering for 6 months, figure out what to do with their career. I mean, that's how I see it. It's,
Mm-hmm.
the Jade Cargill treatment is almost like you know, go to WWE while you can if you have talent, sort of death knell.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So you have an opinion too, lady.
Well, I just thought she looked rusty yesterday
I
because
mean,
her opponent wasn't necessarily like that, you know, lucha libre ladies kind of style. No, it just looks a little. It could have been better. Could have been better,
dude,
especially because if you're hyping up this woman who, she was so dominant in NWA, and then
mm-hmm.
now like what we saw, it was like,
And
I
she
don't know.
wasn't like it wasn't that long ago. Was in NWA. They've been
True.
hyping her up. What did she just not train? That
I don't know. That I
that
don't know.
that
That I
seems a little
can't tell you.
weird to me.
I know. I don't know. It's well, we'll see on her next one. Maybe it's just her opponent. It wasn't a good,
Wasn't a
you
good fit.
know, it just didn't look, that great. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know, but like I feel
it was
like,
definitely off-putting. Like, especially with all
yeah,
the hype.
yeah, with the hype, I expected more
Mm.
more things than what had happened. So, that's where I was kind of a little disappointed. A
Yeah,
little disappointed. A little disappointed. But
I
I
expected
mean,
better. I mean, honestly, I expected better.
yeah.
That's just maybe I'm too hard on people in the business. Not like I'm fucking I have 10 minutes with the wrong shoes in the locker room, but
Yeah.
you see somebody who was great, and I mean really fucking great,
Hmm.
leveled into a situation where it looks like they haven't wrestled in like a year, which isn't the case.
Yeah.
Something was off. Something was weird.
Yeah. And hey Willis, how's it going? Haven't seen
Willis.
Willis in a while. Um, you know, I don't know. Well, it'll be remained to seen with
Yes.
Camille Brickhouse or the Brickhouse Camille, whatever you fucking want to call her. Willis is drinking water. Well, I would hope so at the gym. I don't think they
And
let you bring in alcohol.
if
Well,
they don't know about it,
yeah, that's true. You can bring vodka and it looks like water. Anyways, so, haha. Um, while I have this up, we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna go over to Japan and talk a little bit of
cheers.
the G1. Cheers. The G1. Okay,
Mm.
I'm a little right now the current standings. Let me go over them real quick because we're getting through here. We're getting through here.
Uh-huh.
We're almost at the point where we're gonna be into the quarterfinals and the semis and the finals right now. So right now on top of Block A with 10 points, I have Evil.
Makes sense.
Why does it make sense? Okay, I'll get. Let me just go through it, right,
Yes.
and then we'll talk a little bit of shit here. I've got Evil at 10 points. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
second to him is Zack Saber Jr. With 8 points. Um, I cannot believe that Shooter beat fucking Zack Saber Jr. What the fuck?
I
Okay, I'm
can.
still. No,
I know
I'm
you're
shaking my head.
having
I'm
kittens over
shaking my
there.
head.
You're
Okay,
having
I'm
you're having
shaking my head, but
kittens.
we'll get back in we'll get back into it. With 6 points, I've got Shooter and Gabe Kidd are tied with 6 points. Why is Shingo Takagi getting his ass whooped by people like fucking Shooter? Okay, he only has 4 points. Shingo, what? My big thing was I was expecting to see like Zack Saber Jr. Shingo Takagi, in the Block A quarterfinals. But that's just me. Naito has 4 points. Sonata, 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Callum Newman, 4 points. Great O'Con is 2. And Jake Lee is 2. Over in Block B, this one's a little bit more well rounded. Finley, Takeshita, Hinare, Ren Narita, Jeff Cobb, and Yuya Yamura. I love Yuya. Oh my god, fucking great hair. That's the fucking torch has been passed by Tanahashi to Yuya for fucking hair.
Oh
Fight
yeah,
me
dude.
on that, people. Fight me.
No,
Um,
I
all of
go
those
fight
guys
you.
have 6 points.
Right.
Hiroki Goto, Yoda Shuji, Boltine Oleg, and have 4 points, and El Phantasmo is rounding out the bottom.
As
Block
okay.
B, I'm gonna say this is kind of what I expected because Block B was one like, damn, that's a stacked block.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna really take over that block? Like my pick in my heart is Jeff Cobb to win that side of it, right? To get to his first G1 final.
Okay.
But when they threw Takeshita in there, I'm like, what are you doing to me? Because that's another one that's a very strong contender. So I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like, um, in my own way, I'm kind of like, wow, especially having Takesha beating Jeff Cobb. I need to see more of those two wrestle in my life. I need to see it in person. Two that I really, really like, and being I'm a Jeff Cobb supporter. Yes, I really do think that he needs to take the United Empire, change the name because I'm sorry, the leadership there is lacking.
Fair.
When you when you can actually make a promotion lose TV share ratings, that kind of means you might want to fucking we need new management all up in that bitch. I'm just saying, but we'll get into that later.
Fair.
But yeah. So what are your thoughts so far on this G1?
The G1 is like an interesting.
Okay.
Everybody's focused on Block B.
Mhm.
Over here, over here, over here. Meanwhile, the magic's going to come out of Block A.
Or do you have that the other way around?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay, because right now, they wrestled last night. The
Hmm.
next night 9. So again, about midway through. August 3rd
Yep.
in Osaka. Um, that is a night of block um A. Your main event for the evening
Hmm.
is Shingo Takagi versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, which on paper sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that has happened with the G1 consistently over the last, I don't know, since throwing their hat in the ring with AEW, that the G1 hasn't had that same draw like it used to.
No.
So, like,
Why
that
do you think it doesn't have the same draw? What's
because
your take
all the
on it?
people that are straight up stars that, made the G1 worthwhile got
Hmm?
shat on fucking global TV by a mark with the paycheck or a mark with the checkbook.
Okay. Well, one of the things when you look at this year's G1, okay, this is the first year we don't have President Tanahashi's not in there.
Right.
You don't have Tomohiro Ishii. Okay. Uh Other notable names. Obviously, this will be now the second in a row without Okada. So again, kind of weird. Um so it's a little strange
Well, and
that
I
you
think that's
don't
by design. Like
and
that's
you don't have well did Tamatonga do last year? I think he did.
yes,
Was
he
he in the
did
G1? Yeah. You don't have Tamatonga in there. Okay. So you're missing a lot of people who normally did the G1, right?
overnight.
Overnight. Yeah. And, you know, now I will say adding Takeshita into the G1, great move.
Well,
Brilliant move.
you have to have some level of star power, and I don't mean to be disrespectful because there's some awesome talent there.
Yeah.
But you said it from the outset. Block A seems very one-sided, and you're kind of like, but why?
But why Evil of
Right.
everybody?
And then
Evil
you
was a shitty Bullet Club leader, one. And two, not only that, but I honestly don't, with Evil, I just don't see how Evil, like, that doesn't, he's not the standout to me, right?
okay.
Like, is this the future of the G1? Is like an Evil winning the G1? Like, I can see, like,
What if
I'm
this
not
is
saying give it to, like,
what if this is Evil's redemption?
redemption for what? Like, do we want to see Evil versus Naito at the Dome?
All I'm saying
No,
is bang
no,
bang.
no.
What if there's a redemption arc? What if this is where it's going? Just hypothetical. It could be. Look at your B side. You know, it's very
Mhm.
close, top end talent, and you're like, it could be fucking anyone. He's the clear standard, even if he loses outright. Okay,
Okay.
he still will counterbalance any other motherfucker who has the possibility of taking B
Mhm.
block. You
Okay.
have a built-in heel by existence based on history, and now that some of the favorites are lower on the like have almost no chance to take the spot, you know,
Yeah.
he's got heat no matter which way it goes.
Yeah.
So it's whether it's going to be, cool heat where it can
Mhm.
possibly bring him back to a faction, being a leader. Because,
Oh,
you know,
I need to correct myself.
oh,
Okada last was in the last G1. That's right, because him and it was him and Naito in the final. So correction. So, um, but it's interesting because when I'm looking at this, right, like I'm just kind of looking at it like last year. That's when Eddie did the G1 last year.
yep.
Eddie was great in the G1. And actually, I was reading an article and I didn't realize that Gato asked Brian Danielson if he wanted to be in the G1.
Yep.
And he said he'd love to do the G1, but his wife probably wouldn't like it. Well, you know what? Sometimes the wife,
You're saying that as a fan. But let's be real.
I'm saying as the wife, let's be real. Like, you're probably things that he didn't want you to do, but you probably did it anyway. So, yeah, no, hey,
Well, and the other
just saying.
thing I think has to kind of be put in perspective is one is not like I said where it used to be the premier event. They need to do something because this is the year. If they fail to keep the G1 in prominence, they're losing to Noah. And
Yeah.
Japanese wrestling companies and whatnot, it's not a thing they want to see. Like there is money involved on both ends.
Yeah.
And I keep pointing to the fact of the AEW stuff because everybody they've sent, the gaijin that get sent over, everybody they get treated like fucking gold. Every time you send somebody over there that's a big name from Japan, they get kind of shat on or bit played. You know,
Well, look at what was it? 20 what year was it? That's what I'm thinking. When we look at the big super one,
hmm
which was what year was it? It was One Comics number 32 in 2022.
right?
I think that was the last of the great G ones
Great,
because that
great.
was the one with the 4 blocks, and um, that was the one where it was ultimately, obviously Okada won it, but I mean that was the one where it was the 4 blocks, and it was a huge big deal. And that's when Billy Boy couldn't fucking finish the job.
Well, and here's something else to think in sort of the big picture of the Japanese end of the world. This is the G1, which you're like, eh. Noah WWE just had Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles 2, and a host of litany of other fucking matches which had Japanese crowds on their feet.
Yeah.
Then there's the Marigold. Holy shit. Like that was just you look at what happened over there, just new, exciting, refreshing, lots of stuff that people really, really wanted to see. And then the G1 is confusing because instead of drawing the right amount of attention with the right stuff, it's kind of like, well, why is this this? This doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And it's clear it's to drive attention, not what the G1 was driven to do. You know, the
Yeah.
G1 was supposed to be the best of the best of the best. Who's the real ace? That's where you went for. No, it's like it's the G1, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes,
I mean,
oh,
I thought this year, because this year they didn't send over Gaijin, they sent over a Japanese dude.
yeah,
Okay. And I really was thinking that maybe this was a year where, yeah, and we could possibly, quite possibly, still see Zack Sabre Jr. winning it.
maybe.
Yeah, because if I am not mistaken, and you guys can please correct me when I'm wrong with this stuff, because it just kind of that's just kind of the last Gaijin who won the G1, wasn't it Kenny
Yes,
in 2016 or 2017, one of those years?
right. But every final after that has always been host to some
And
game involved.
wasn't wasn't he, as it's been known as the G1, wasn't he the only Gaijin who won it?
No, no others have won it.
Others have won it, but not as the we know it in modern day as the
N-
G1.
I mean, not in what it is now, but like if you go back to where it was more of a niche end, absolutely not.
Like the years of Inoki and stuff. I know, like in the '80s, that's when you had like Hogan and Andre the Giant and
But
stuff
they
out
never
there.
won the G1. Yeah.
No, but they won other tournaments that are such, but never the G1. So the G1 only once was won by a Gaijin. So Billy Boy didn't go over there because obviously Billy Boy is all about Wembley, bro. Whoa, whoa,
Mm.
whoa, whoa. You know, and I'm glad. You know, let's just say that. Um, what I'm hoping,
Mhm.
what I'm hoping for right now, and I don't, and I don't know, disrespect to like whomever. I mean, honestly, like silently under the radar, obviously, Zack Sabre Jr. stayed with New Japan. He did
Smart
not
move.
sign. He did not exactly did not sign with AEW. So part of me is kind of like, you know, we could kind of give him,
He's got a
give him a
shot.
little thank you. He's got a shot, you know. Just 2 points behind Evil. So, but we'll see what happens in Ragoku. So,
Yeah, that's going to be the
and that's
big
on
game
the
changer.
18th, 17th, 18th. So, just shy of what is that, week before? Um, yep, week before All In. I know he will be in the UK. He is wrestling for Rev Pro that weekend. Zack Sabre Jr. That's a fucking true warrior right there. That'd be the best thing to see him fucking come out, goddamn fucking Wembley if he wrestles a match there. That big old fucking. They give them a cup, I think, right? Just like the New Japan Cup, they give them some
Yeah.
kind of trophy, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, that'd be great to see him fucking come out there with that. Yeah, but then again, you don't want to upstage poor Billy Boy, but you know.
Well,
You're ending up wrestling Maxwell Jacob Friedman. So guess what, dude? Did you really win anything special? No. Because right now it's like you are
I
basically
mean,
you're
he won.
wrestling the guy who's supposed to be, that's his fucking show. This is his thing. AEW is his land. So it's just two assholes shitting on each other.
I
Kind of funny.
mean, yeah, got no argument there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but Ocean Spray can't hold a candle to MJF. And
No, not on the
again,
mic. Not like
no,
there's a
it's very
lot.
pathetic. It's very pathetic. It's very pathetic. I do love the fact that Lance Archer fucking destroyed him for a little bit yesterday. And then, of course, you can't have Lance Archer when we can't like fucking have nice things, Tony Khan. Yeah, we can't have Ricky Starks. Can't have fucking Lance Archer fucking beat goddamn Ocean Spray. We can't. Over it. And just like, I don't think you're gonna have fucking Shane McMahon.
Yeah, that's
What's up with that?
I don't know. I feel like it's stupid to even suppose because AEW already gets shit on by the concept that they're basically WCW 2.0 with more money, right?
Yeah.
So you bring in Shane McMahon, but to what end? He wasn't really a booker. He's too old to be talent. Why would you bring him in? What value does he offer except, say, hey, I hired Shane McMahon, you
I don't
know,
know.
bring him in as a manager?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. But apparently, I guess Mercedes Monet
Yeah.
is trying to take credit for taking the photo that's gone viral. But you know what, girl? You got other problems. Like you need to get your divorce finalized because she's divorcing her husband.
Which
I don't
is
know.
stupid. He put up with
Yeah.
so much shit.
Well, I don't know anything about their relationship. What I do know is I don't think he's that great of a. He's got great design, but if he's sewing the gear too, he's not a very good sewer because I've seen some of her shit fall apart. So
Well,
just saying. But
that's not
uh,
all there is to a marriage. I mean, you figure
well,
they
I
were,
know, but
yeah.
I'm just saying. But
Being on the
um,
road with someone for so long, especially when they have that kind of complex, that
well,
egotism, I think that just in my mind says there's got to be a lot of shit we don't know.
yeah, like I said, that's why I think we don't see Wardlow on
Yeah.
AEW TV. And yeah, Dalton's right. Feel happy for the ex-husband. Sorry for her future husband.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's not my business, but whatever. Um, it's very interesting because speaking of Mercedes Monet, a couple of things out here. I, you know, honestly, like, um, just stupid things that are out there.
Hmm.
I don't know. She's like made some comments. She's tired of old fart like wrestling people coming after her.
Well,
And I'm
they
like,
wouldn't.
I don't know, girl. Mm.
That they wouldn't come after you if you weren't, touting yourself as the next big thing when you can't hold a candle, to some of the people that you're in the ring with.
Mhm. Do you find,
Okay.
as a segue to another topic that she is kind of involved with here? So, for once again, ratings have plummeted once again
Mm-hmm.
for Dynamite. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say, oh, it was the Olympics, because let's face it, the big event that everyone kind of wanted to watch was this morning. Women's gymnastics was this morning. A lot of the events, because it's not, in the United States, it's not exactly like TV friendly. They're
Mm-hmm.
doing them either in the middle of the night or in early in the morning. So that's not an excuse. So my question is, when you see people like her, do you feel that she's kind of the downfall for the decline in ratings? I personally myself, I have my opinion. But what's your take?
I'm of the mind as a fan of wrestling. Okay, that they brought Britt Baker back to salvage what was being done, not in terms of ratings, because ratings they don't mean shit anymore. They stopped meaning shit a long time ago. Um, but if we look at what she was doing, because AEW is not the same refined machine as AEW, not by a long shot. So she is there without much of a guide. She's never had to float that kind of a pressure on herself where there wasn't somebody to really pick her up. Because when you think about her career, the most defining moment she had in her career was feuding with Bailey, off and off and on, like so many different times. Uh, but now she's in this landscape where fans just don't. They were into it because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
But when it was, you know, in their face, and after a few times, you know, it's pretty fucking bad. People aren't into it. They were happy to see this because Britt Baker was there. Now the question always becomes, Why do you need to throw her? Why would you send Mercedes out there on her own to pretend to be a badass champion? Then turn around and have to put her in a program with one of your pillar stars and then give Mercedes a sidekick. Now back to a tag team. This is following the same way that her WWE run went. And they're going to use her ass to the hilt because of how much she cost them. They thought they were, sorry, I'm reading the chat. They bought a bill of goods. It's the same thing they did with WWE and Jade Cargill. I don't. It took them a good 6 months before they felt she was ready to put on TV, and they started her slow with a tag team, somebody that she could work with. And now she's starting to little by little go on her own. Now that she's kind of got what she should be doing, not think she should be doing. And I think this is the reverse. Because they put her, a 15-minute segment beginning or somewhere in the first hour of a show every fucking episode. Just tired of seeing it. Especially when it's not that good in the first place. At least that's my thoughts. What about you, Amanda?
You know, where do I start? I accidentally muted myself. Sorry, it's episode 1.
That's apparently where you start muting yourself.
Yeah, when I start muting myself, yes, there's you. I'm at the point where I think that as to the casual viewer, there's a lot of names and things that wouldn't spark my interest.
Okay.
If you were a casual viewer, the way they present, like like right now, you also have to think that when I think of TBS or like TNT, right now, they like TBS is more focused, like when you see ads and things like that about the 30th anniversary of Friends. Okay. I never liked that show. Okay.
That's why I went.
Right. I didn't like that show. But a casual person, like if you were a young person, like, what the hell is that? That's old people shit, Like,
Yeah.
and, but it makes you curious because you see faces on there, like, like a Jennifer Aniston, let's just say, I'm going to call her out. And, Matthew Perry, rest his soul. Like, wasn't that the guy who died, like, recently? You see that.
Kuro!
This is the sound of Kuro. Marty Scurll infringement. Take of that what you will, Kuro. So
whoop,
sorry.
Whoop.
But
It's the sound of the kitty. Whoop, whoop.
But yeah, no, if I was a casual viewer. So the ads that they show on, like, for Dynamite, whatever, I mean, you see people, I don't know who the fuck these people are. Maybe Mercedes Manelos, like, I know who she is, but I don't know who any of these people are. Maybe Chris Jericho, but, if I'm a casual, no. Because there's certain people that if I didn't know. Now, for them, because NBA is not happening, TNT, you're not getting anybody who might even be curious who watches sports because it's not the basketball season.
Yeah.
So, that doesn't help them anyway. So that's kind of my opinion on it. They don't really have anybody right now that screams, watch me. Yet they don't. They don't. They don't. There's nothing of interest. Now, speaking of whoop whooping, if you have someone that's a character, kind of, sort of, right? Like a Marty Scurll, let's just say.
Yeah.
What about Marty? Well, what about Marty? Oh, by the way, people, if you are in the San Diego area or in Tijuana, Mexico, or near, guess what? You can go to AAA this weekend and see Marty wrestle for AAA in Tijuana. I am not going because nobody wants to go with me, and it's not safe for me to go by myself.
I want to go,
So
but I should.
yet again, no. And yet again, I got guilt tripped. But you know what? It's all good.
Maybe
It's
make
all
a
good.
trip up here.
It's all good. And people are like thinking if you're thinking at home, who guilt tripped you? Who do you goddamn think guilt tripped me?
They
I'm just saying.
they could take
I'm just
any
saying.
number of people. They could put Colt
But
Cabana back in a ring.
no, but a casual viewer doesn't know who the hell Colt Cabana is. I know who Colt Cabana is.
Doesn't matter.
I
You know.
I want professional wrestler Colt Cabana back in the ring.
Right.
Who
It
is
would
that?
take 2 episodes.
Well, okay, no. Here's where I'm going. Let me
Okay.
go with I'm too busy worrying about Kenny Omega's best friend Joey Ryan still having a job. You know, honestly, my thing is there's a certain place in hell for people like Joey Ryan, Jason Rance, Teddy Hart. You know, and there's also these people just as like you and me, everybody, you know, despite what awful people they might be, you know, people need to have income. But to be honest, he made a lot of money, Joey Ryan. Yes, Teddy's an ass. I know he's weird. I don't get him. He's creepy as fuck. Um, I will say that Joey Ryan made a lot of money, so he really shouldn't have to be too worried about employment. So yeah, so yeah, but people
Why
don't
why
go out of your way. Though
why
here's my
couldn't
thing.
the House of Black
Mhm,
with Julia Hart, why couldn't they
mhm.
unfuck that situation,
Unfuck what situation?
the rating situation?
Because Julia's still injured.
Right, but there's still 3 members of
One
the House of
and
Black.
and two, technically Buddy is injured, but you do have Kings of the Black Throne, which is
Yep.
that part. But for whatever reason, okay,
Like
Tony Khan,
yeah.
people, Brody King is beloved. Okay, I am sorry, he's beloved. Period. Tony Khan makes no sense. He is not a businessman. He's a junior high school principal. Let's go there. Said it on episode 1, and I'm going to say it again. He's a junior high school principal. Because honestly, like the whole thing with like the ratings. Oh yeah, before I forget what I was saying. Okay, I don't think people should witch hunt these canceled people. They're done. Okay, the thing that they love to do, they're not going to do anymore. Okay, we've made that perfectly clear. We don't want them. If they want to work at McDonald's to make fucking rent, then let them fucking work at McDonald's. Okay,
Mm.
Yeah, don't have Joey Ryan. Well, yeah, Val Venus did deserve to be witch hunted, but Joey Ryan and Disneyland. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. Right, but come on. There's got to be a point. Where no, no. And I'm not saying that what they did was okay. I did not say that. Okay, did not say that. But I will say this, and I've said it before on episode 1. I'll say it again. Before everybody, you start getting on a witch hunt or you start like spreading things about certain people, you know what? Not everybody is squeaky clean. Everybody has skeletons. And I can pretty much assure you that some of your favorite people, even though they might be like the nicest apple pie, woo, sweet people, I bet you they have the fucking worst skeletons in the world.
Yep.
Okay? Nobody is perfect. Not even Boom Boom Colt Cabana. He's got some skeletons in there. Not my place to say, but I know he does. Speaking of Boom Boom Colt Cabana, side note, I would love to wish a very happy, like, congratulations on your new life to some of my favorite wrestling buddies, um, Marty and Sarah from their, the Marty and Sarah Love Wrestling, their podcast. They are now homeowners and moving to Wisconsin. So they're leaving
Why?
Chicago. Um, that's like one of Colt's best friends in the world, and I wish them well. They're fucking amazing people.
You have to let me know where they
But
go.
I will. But I saw that today, so please, congratulations to those two. Some of my favorites out there in the wrestling
Cheers.
world. It's been, yeah, known them for quite a long time. Like, even right before they're dating, I always thought to myself, they should probably date. When I first met Sarah, so yeah,
They're so cute.
they're cute kids. Yes, and that also, side note to Colt Cabana, who may or may not be listening to this podcast. So it's okay when you have people who know what you do, because you never know. You never know where you can find love.
Mm,
And
legit.
that is your
That is your
that
moment
is
of Amanda
your
rage. It's
that's
always
not
opposite.
rage. No, that's
No,
actually
it's
that's
opposite for you.
it's opposite for me. It's not rage. Yes.
Your
Is that
your
me
mom.
hitting on you? The
I
world
mean,
will never know.
oh, oh, never mind.
It's not.
I
No.
mis I misread the room apparently.
Uh, I'm just telling him it's okay to, people to know what he does for a living. You can date people who know who you are. I mean, shit, your face is on billboards, you're on fucking national television. Shit. And if you're really fucking bored and you're watching fucking repeats of Chicago Fire or Chicago PD, your ass is on there. You're on 2 episodes. You still need to do Med Buddy, and then you've got the Chicago trifecta. The Wolf,
Yeah,
what is it? Wolf Films. Dick Wolf, who produces those. Yeah. Anyways, so sorry, went into
Dick
a
Wolf,
tangent.
man.
But
Oh
hey,
god.
you know me. I love
I
my
don't know.
Colt Cabana, and I don't care what Bishop or whoever says. Yeah, I need my time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, that's where I feel about this ratings thing, and you know, it's just gonna get worse. Is it gonna get better? I don't know. Bringing back the Hurt Business and signing them isn't gonna do it. Um,
They
you
need
know,
they need
I don't
something
know.
compelling. Right now, you need someone who can hold the attention of the audience. Kings of
Yep.
the Black Throne, the House of Black, I think is that ticket. Don't bring them out as a sideshow attraction. Make them a focal point.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
they've got it all. And they all know how to do it. You bring
Yep.
back Julia eventually. Now there's both divisions there, fucking shit up, and that's the way it should
Yeah.
be.
And you
Because,
know what?
yeah,
We also have to cool it on Orange Cassidy again. I've said it before in episode 1.
yeah, it's too much. Like
Yep, way too
it's
much. Did you check your phone? I will be right back. So entertain the
mm.
crowd. Jokes, whatever you want to do.
Oh well, see that's the thing. Um, so Scott Steiner recently basically, and I'm paraphrasing the quote here. It's there's nothing wrong with being, the best wrestler, but when you don't have a storyline, why does anybody care? Which is a constant complaint, and this is more so in a weird add to AEW, but in wrestling in general. Even the G1 has some semblance of a plot and a reason to care. It's like the only reason that I've seen online of people caring about Mercedes Monet and Britt Baker's, they want to see Britt Baker beat her ass. It's much in the same way where Ash by Elegance at TNA is being stalked by Rosemary. You know, and there's reasons and motivations, and it's not just, you know, there's more to it. There really is. And we get to this point where we as audiences, we want to care. And I honestly think Scott's right. Because if you look back at what made the NWO so popular, it wasn't just music and the look, it was story. That story drove anything. What made John Cena so popular wasn't just his matches, it was the story, who he was. Time immemorial, we've looked at these great stories because let's face it, wrestling plot lines are modern epics. If you think about the parts where people who are nostalgic for an era, like the Attitude Era and whatnot, they can either tell you some match or some moment that really resonated with them, or they could just tell you they liked it or that's when they watched. You know, so like we can think about the best wrestler in the world, but I don't think that means much anymore. Uh, because let's look at what's been happening. What is the most talked about thing right now currently in wrestling? The Wyatt Six. Okay, they have these VHS style found footage interviews introducing you to each member. Sure, we know them, we know who they are, but why? We're getting sort of an explanation how it ties into all of this. Why are they going after, fucking Chad Gable? And now the Creed brothers on top of it. Simple. You know, the family watched this dude who sat there for all this point calling the Alpha Academy his family be such a reprehensible douchebag, they have to make an example out of him. That there were rules in play now. And then the more they try to fight, the more it kind of goes on. And now we have next Monday, we have a 6-man tag, and it's not really specified who's going to be in that 6-man tag. And that's even better because even though this last Monday they took the masks off, that didn't take away the mystique. That made them look like monsters, in my humble opinion. You know, Dexter Loomis is unrecognizable where he was. Joe Gacy looks unrecognizable. The only one that has a similar look to people who are, a fan is Eric. Yeah, Chad is about ready to get destroyed. Chad is the villain that is about to be beaten by a monster. And it's an interesting story. Or you could look at, say, the Bloodline, which has been going on the better part, what, 3 or 4 years now. We're coming up on the Bloodline Civil War. We don't know when it's going to spark, but we damn sure want to watch it. Cody Rhodes' story went from chasing the title, defeating the Bloodline, to now surviving the Bloodline because everybody else is a target. These are moments and points that we care. TNA has so much story going on. I don't have all night to go into it. But, of anything, TNA storylines are just as in depth now. And then the WWE is kind of catching up to, which is good. So, like, and that's part of why, I go over it periodically, that why I don't watch AWs and other stories matter to me. And, they have various individuals that could have. Uh, I think it is a possibility, you know, but I'm not sure in what form it would make sense. It feels like it would be the distraction to cost Solo. Like it would be interesting, even if he's not there, is if Paul's sitting in the production truck and he throws up Roman Reigns' entrance in the middle of a match, which causes Solo to turn around and watch the fucking screen, and then Cody takes him out right there. Like, that is interesting, because it's not necessarily Roman Reigns. Now it's Paul Heyman taking revenge, which, is atypical of some of his older characters. It really could be fun. And if Roman is there, he ain't coming alone. And he'll probably bring his wise man, and he's going to put Solo in his fucking place. So there's reasons why and why not. I think we're probably going to see it more towards, one of the bigger four. But hey, we don't really know going into Saturday, and it's been a long time coming. We have suspicions, but we don't have any necessarily confirmation to what may or may not happen, which is neat. Like, there's all sorts of speculation that Dom's going to turn on Rhea. That this is all one big setup, or that Finn's somehow involved. And 12 different ways of how that storyline could go. Um, and we just don't know. It makes sense going both ways. And that's sort of the shtick that we're dealing with right now is people are compelled to watch products where they don't. Yeah, wrestling is a predetermined ending, right? But in that predetermination, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to know where it's predetermined before you watch it. So what's the fucking point? Yeah, that and the injury rate. The injury rate is always something we talk about as how it's just not good. You know? I was
Woohoo!
I was just talking about Scott Steiner's comment about wrestling needing storylines, otherwise it doesn't not as impactful.
Mm,
No,
fine.
but nobody wants to watch just a straight up wrestling match. You need the plot line. I think that's absolutely true, and not some shallow ass plot line, but something that can get behind. You know,
Yeah.
there's TNA and WWE plot lines as a whole are being talked about more than the entire product of it.
Well, AEW, the only thing that you hear them talk about, if anything, there's
Mm-hmm.
like three subjects when you're not talking about Mercedes Moné, Will Osprey, or God, who's even the third?
Um,
I'll say those two at least.
Athena,
No, she's not in the conversation as much as other people are.
fair.
Yeah. The only like thing that you still hear, and again, there's with another subject of, you know, the Ricky Starks thing.
But he's not the only one getting that treatment. You know,
Well, I know, but also right now it's very interesting is that there is a report, it's believed to be said that Daniel Garcia, because of his absence on AEW, um, they've been he's been written off of TV to safeguard in case he does not sign his new contract. But of course, fucking Uncle Dave wants to tell everybody that yes, he is doing it. So Uncle Dave, if he doesn't sign, it's your fault. I'm calling it now.
well,
Like I'm tired of Uncle Dave, just opening the mouth, him and Alvarez. It's like, come on, guys. We know you love fucking AEW. You're on fucking, you guys are standing in line like bent over in front of Tony Khan. We know, we get it. Okay. We get it. All
yep.
right. That's okay. It's very, very fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. Um, Also, I think it's silly that oh, I did want to make commentary. Partially I think it's the commentary that's really kind of killing AEW as well. Shivani really should not be on the mic. I did enjoy Taz and Nigel by themselves. It was great. I'm going to go there. I
Mm-hmm.
did. I did. Shivani should not be on commentary. Sometimes he's putting his personal feelings in there and it's very negative, and his tone, I just am like, bro, you know, I don't even know if you're being heel or fair or what are you doing? Because it's like pick a lane, okay, and don't play your favorites. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, he needs to not be on commentary. I'm sorry. Collision. I tried to watch it this weekend, but we had no Excalibur, so he was doing the play by play, and it was just tough. I just it was just tough. So I just wanted to just say that was tough. Speaking of tough, is Under the Radar, one of my personal favorites.
Hmm.
Trent Beretta had surgery on his neck again.
Yeah.
He's had spinal surgery before, but they replaced a couple pins because he's been wrestling hard. Yeah, that I've always said that he is the workhorse of the best friends. Period.
Yeah.
End of story. So I
You're not
hope he
wrong.
gets better. I love him to death. I hope he gets better. Um, yeah, but they don't let JR drink as much. So that
Yeah,
doesn't make it
because
fun. Yeah.
drunk JR is best
But
JR.
best JR. Yeah, let's go there. Speaking of people coming back from injury, Kylan King. Oh, that is one girl that Tony Khan and AEW done fucked up by not signing her. Her and the other one who I'm surprised isn't signed anywhere, and I'm shocked she isn't even on TNA, is Maddie Renkowski. She's good. I like Maddie a lot. She's really good. But no, she's coming back apparently. So Gail Kim says she's gonna come on strong and kill it.
Yep.
Kylan King is fucking great. Like she's like one of the biggest missed opportunities, I think. Um, Also, if you love women's wrestling, CMLL announces the Women's Grand Prix in 2020 for 2024 in October in Arena, Mexico. So if you are in Mexico City or you want to go, just know that it's in October, and tickets probably are not on sale yet, but probably soon. So
Oh,
make sure you bookmark that. And once again, speaking of injuries, Lufisto is still sidelined, and she did do a GoFundMe to help with a
uh,
lot of the funds for her surgery. So
yeah,
Lufisto, yeah,
Lufisto's been talking about this on X for a while. Talk about a workhorse of, you know, she's a mom, she's a businesswoman, she's a professional wrestler. You know, and it sucks, and anybody that can help her out should. She's a good woman. You know.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Trevor Lee made his debut last weekend. Looks
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. Um, please go support your shirts, dude. Man, what's up with these people with some of these pro wrestling tees generic shirts as I wear one myself? I'm trying to convince certain people who used to have really good merch on their own to do it
Mm.
on their own while you're not working. Just saying. And also, San Diego Comic Con did announce figures. And surprisingly, we're getting another Ricky Starks figure.
Yeah, well, they got to cash in on something.
Yeah, but you know, it,
Yeah, I
it,
know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, no offense, but where's the Colt Cabana figure?
It's a good question.
Yeah, come on, come on,
I know,
really,
I know we had
really?
Danhausen, San Diego Comic Con, and CM Punk kind of crashed his blog. Hilarious.
Oh, I don't really
Uh,
care for either
look,
one.
I
Danhausen's
like
okay.
Danhausen.
I don't get the hype. I don't
What?
get the hype.
You don't get
I've
the
said
hype
that
of
on episode.
Danhausen?
No.
Oh,
Marsh has tried to explain it to me many a time, and I still don't, you know. um, Yeah, I still don't. still
I enjoy it.
don't understand. I still don't understand. You know, I mean,
Oh, somebody came back uh after being gone for a while on a house show to talk about.
oh yes, the Spanish God.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the Spanish God was back in ROH.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yes, Sammy Guevara show back up.
So is ROH where we're putting the punished people? Um,
I think it's they're putting people there they don't know what to do with on, you know, their main show.
maybe, maybe. But then why wouldn't you put other people in places? You know
You
what I
can
mean?
only put so many people in so many places,
Mm-hmm.
so you kind of have to pick and choose where you're going to go with that,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
you can't pull your entire roster on one show when you're trying to run 4 shows.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I'm right now. Hold on. I'm just like reading, going through some things, making sure I didn't miss any like news things.
Here's things we've had. The big three ladies
Mhm.
is you have Delta, Julia, and what's her name? Those three
Oh no.
those three ladies are set to go for NXT, which is going to be a game changer for all of them. They're gonna women's wrestling's about ready to be hot again, like real fucking hot.
I know Julia is getting ready for her debut in NXT and she's changing up her style a little bit. That I do know. Um I just had another newsworthy item I'm gonna bring up.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean there's yeah, women's wrestling is fire. But this one is for my people who love pets of wrestlers. A
Okay.
little bit of kind of sad things. So apparently, this weekend is going to be for a dear lovable furry friend, Cody Rhodes' beloved Pharaoh. Such a beautiful fucking dog.
Oh,
Okay.
did he? Oh
No,
no.
no, no, no. This is his last time on the road. Gonna be the last hurrah on the road this
Oh.
weekend, and because he's getting old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Pharaoh, good boy, such a good boy.
Yes.
Cheers to you,
Best
Pharaoh.
boy. Cheers.
Mhm. One of my favorite elite shirts is the dogs playing poker. It's Winston,
Mm-hmm.
Marty Scurll's beloved pup, Hangman's dog. I can't remember his golden retriever. I think it is, and then Pharaoh. You're playing poker. Fucking great shirt, and it wasn't black. Other great thing was charcoal gray.
Charcoal gray
One
is
of
a
my
good
favorites.
color for
One of
sure.
my favorites. I've got that out there. Yeah. So cheers to Pharaoh. Yeah,
Yeah.
such a good buddy. Such a good buddy. If Cody were in AEW, I'm sure there would be a Pharaoh farewell tour T-shirt. But with money going to some kind of animal rescue, I would assume.
I'm sure that's
God,
gonna happen
God, I
anyway.
miss those shirts. And if you've listened on episode 1 before, you know what I'm talking about. We're talking old school Wrestling on the Rocks when Clump was around. And yeah, like Cody Rhodes had a fucking charity shirt for every history month. It felt like he never did AAPI.
Hmm.
Yeah, he didn't. He did Pride Month shirt. He did a Black History Month shirt. Yeah. hmm Oh,
Oof.
so apparently, speaking of God, why do people just fucking love to ream Ricky Starks? Ricky Starks is accused of AEW disloyalty after asking about Shane McMahon in now deleted tweets. Okay,
Oh.
here I'm taking the glasses off. Okay, here we go. All right. Ricky Starks does not have a contract anymore, if I'm not mistaken, with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is he on the alumni page?
I don't know. I wouldn't
Let
even
me
know
look.
where to look.
All right, let me look. Or not alumni page. Is he taken off the active page? Let me see.
Yeah, I think he is.
I don't think he's on the active roster anymore.
I don't know. That's
Oh.
more your end of the world.
I know, but hey, that's sidekick work too. Can't do it all.
I do a lot of side work,
I know, but you know
bitch.
what I'm trying to say.
I will
Ugh.
fight you.
Ugh. I will win because that's what I do. All I do is win.
All I do is
I'm
win.
I'm quoting T-Pain. All right,
I
here we
know.
go. Roster. No, but for those who don't know,
Oh,
okay.
well.
Men's
Yeah.
roster. Ricky OPR. No, he's still on there. So the absolute one, singles 0-1, tag team 2-2. His 2024 overall is 2-3. Well, you know, when I look at other people who wrestle this year, he's wrestled just as many matches. He's wrestled one more match than Sammy Guevara. He's wrestled just as many wrestling matches as Sean Dean, Serpentico. He's wrestled more than The Blade. He's wrestled more than.
I wonder what happened to the bunny.
She asked for her release.
Oh, but
Yeah. He's wrestled more than. No. No. Lee Johnson, Big Shotty. More than Kota Ibushi. But then again, Kota was injured until recently. Wrestled more than Kenny, but Kenny's injured. He's wrestled more than Kip Sabian, okay? Don't fucking complain. Okay? Kip Sabian, that guy. Jesus.
Kip is fucking amazing.
Yeah. He's fucking wrestled more than Josh the Good Woods. What the fuck? That was like one of my favorite fucking ROH people. Fucking love him. Ricky's also wrestled more than Griff Garrison. Wrestled. I know we're laughing at this.
Yeah.
I know. Technically Danhausen.
Yeah.
And he's wrestled one more match more than Colt Cabana. Okay. I'm just saying. Wrestled more than Chuck Taylor. He's wrestled more than oh no, Brandon Cutler's wrestled just as many. Never mind. Bandito. When is Bandito coming back?
I don't know.
Nah, when's he coming back? He's wrestled more than AR Fox. He's wrestled more than Anthony Ogogo.
You're throwing out names, and the more you say them, and
He's wrestled more than Aaron Solo.
I know these names, but understand that in the last couple years,
nobody really knows who these people are because they're never on TV.
Right. Well,
that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. That is the point I'm trying to make here. Right. I'm just looking at like everybody who's wrestled this year, and I'm making a point. I am making a point here.
Yeah.
Miro hasn't wrestled this year.
No, but we know what that's
technically he's wrestled more than MJF.
But technically,
he was injured. He's wrestled more than Ortiz. He's wrestled more than Pretty Peter Avalon, Preston Vance. That's about it.
Well, what you're seeing there is part of the difference of the way things work at different companies. Even the biggest jobber in WWE still works dark match.
Yeah.
Some of these people aren't even being able to work AEW dark matches.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you they have all the talent in the world, but don't know what to do with them.
Oh my.
Hmm.
So Ricky had posted asking if Shane McMahon's music hit on Dynamite. This led to one AEW fan blasting Ricky Starks for the question. After Starks asked what was wrong with the question, the fan accused Ricky Starks of being against AEW and told him to run to NXT. This led a response from Ricky, who gave a very diplomatic reply and made it clear he was simply joking around. He added that he didn't think asking about Shane McMahon was putting AEW around. And this was
Yeah.
what he said: I appreciate your opinion and even reply, but I was trying to figure out why the tweet was wrong when I was just joking around. I didn't think me asking was putting the company down.
Yeah.
It is also to be noted that all the tweets have been deleted. Reported that Ricky Starks is currently dealing with backstage heat in AEW. Regardless, we'll have to see what happens and what becomes of the absolute one in the end. Many people are speculating that AEW fans um simply take things too far. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
No shit. There is an account on Twitter that I will put on blast. It's like AIR Gold, right? Fucking huge AEW stand, right? Nothing wrong with that. But this guy puts out some of the most fucking asinine shit and also infactual information.
Hmm?
And I've put the guy on blast before, and he actually DM'd me and was like, I'll block you. So fucking what? Do you know how
Yeah.
many fucking wrestlers have blocked my ass, asshole? Do you think I fucking care? Who the fuck are you?
Yep.
Who the fuck are you? Okay? The only person who has fucking who blocks me and I get upset about it, it's Colt Cabana. But there is reasons. And I've said it before in episode 1. There
Yeah.
are reasons why. But then also, this guy, probably if he got blocked by someone, I bet you he wouldn't have anybody who would go up to the fucking wrestler and say, can you unblock AR Gold? Why did you block AR Gold? Right? He wouldn't have people do that. But dude, I had a lot of people fucking go up to Colt Cabana. And guess what, brother? It got to the point where Colt was like, fuck, how many fucking people do you know? And I'm like, I didn't tell people to go. People were concerned because they know how much love I have in my fucking little heart, my little fucking black heart. They know. They know Colt Cabana. They know. See it? Believe it, buddy. Believe it. Now you know better.
Yeesh.
Now you know better.
It's
That's
true.
all I'm saying. Hmm.
Well,
Dalton wants to see LA Starks versus Ricky. Ricky versus
LA
LA
Knight.
Knight.
Whoa, that was
Talk about.
weird.
Oh, I'm sober too. I haven't had anything to drink. I'm drinking now. We're switching on. The Islander in me is drinking Hawaiian Sun pineapple orange because I want pineapple orange right now. Um, I don't think we got that on. No, we did not get that on NWA. They did not cross
No.
paths. I wish they did, but
It would be a good match.
it would have been a great match. But fucking, they were all about fucking him and James Storm and
Well,
fucking LA Knight's Shoes of a Champion. If you don't know, I'd say go back and watch it, but I don't know where you can find it
I
because
do,
it's not on.
but
It's not on Triller or whatever the fuck anymore.
thriller. No, it's somewhere. But I'll leave the fans to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
James Storm is badass because nothing says James Storm than sorry about your
Joel,
damn look.
look, nothing. Mm-hmm.
It looks fucking amazing.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hmm.
Uh oh. Oh, everybody.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, and this I guess is news. Um, it says here there's some speculation in the personal life of one Adam Colbebe.
Oh,
Rumor has it that he's moving to Pennsylvania alone from Florida.
ooh,
Yes. He misses streaming and interacting with his fans. He explained that the move has been more challenging and time consuming as he is handling it solo.
that's. I mean,
He's
I
such a good person. Never understood that. But anyways, I'm sorry.
no no
This is
no.
not a
I
gossip. This is not a gossip fucking
yeah.
segment.
This is
I'm just saying. I'm just
unconfirmed rumor.
it yes, it's an unconfirmed rumor.
You know. Oh,
Yeah.
and
But
that was something like just to kind of pivot a little bit because we were just talking about James Storm. You know, something was really cool about that was come out with his, his beer bottle and his fucking hat, and he fit the part. It's like ODB. If you don't
yeah.
know who ODB is as a wrestler, you fail.
Yeah. Let's go there. Hmm.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, it's coming up on pay-per-view weekends. It's really difficult in terms of news because even the dirt sheets are kind of like, well, we'll have a lot to talk about afterwards. So,
Well, here's my question for everybody here.
mm,
Is with Ricky Starks in limbo. Okay. And all this other stuff, right? I
mm,
thought if anything, SummerSlam would be somewhere that he could possibly debut. But if he's still like on the actual roster page of AEW,
that doesn't mean anything.
I know it doesn't mean anything, but yes. And then yeah, Natalia did resign. I don't
Yes,
know.
she did. She loves how she's at. There is no.
I know, but I'm not saying she's gonna go to AEW. My thing is just like, girl, just fucking use her backstage, man. If you're not gonna
She
fucking,
is.
like,
She is.
but
Like,
it's more like give her, some
do
gold and some more gold and whatnot, and
do you know how many wrestlers she has personally trained in the Heart Dungeon in the last
mhm,
forever? Like, she is like, and when it comes to the women's locker room in terms of WWE, that's it.
mhm,
She is it. She's been there forever. She's trained men and women, like even from other companies. She's trained men and women. Like
yeah,
she's getting paid really well. She gets all the freedom in the world, and she gets to bring, input back into the business. Like Natalia is a class fucking act, dude. Like a lady I
mhm,
know, young lady named Rhonda. Not young. She's about our age. Um,
mhm.
she has sort of a thing wherever she goes to an event, she meets up with Natalia. Natalia has a bunch of fucking fans, but that's a thing. Like that's how much she cares about what she does. You know, like Nick. The only reason Nick Nemeth left is because he felt he had nothing left to offer, and now he's in TNA, fucking killing it. Like just killing it. And that's the kind of shit we're gonna see. Uh,
Mhm.
that's where I'm at with her. Like I have nothing but praise for Natalia, both as as terms of professional, loving her fans, as well as everything she puts back in the business. I think when she finally stops doing TV work, she's probably going to be at the Performance Center.
Probably.
You know, apparently Joe Hendry has managed to work out permission to work out of the Performance Center.
Really.
He's kind of he is being positioned to be the ambassador, and rightly so.
Mhm.
Um, like this is a guy, it took him forever to finally get going, but once he did, holy shit, because like it's one thing. Jordan Grace is a good opening for the women. You needed somebody from the men, and Joe Hendry was it.
Yeah. Now, what's also a good I think what's a good thing, and it's been addressed now, is there was a treehouse segment this
Yep.
week.
You only get the
And
treehouse to TNA.
yep. And the boys were talking about an MSK possibly
Hmm.
getting, some title shot. And
Yep.
Wesley, of course. Well, we never really lost him to begin with.
Nope. They sure as hell
No.
didn't.
And Zachary Rentz was like, "Yeah, it'd be great. We could do TNA, we do NXT, and whatnot." And I personally think that's a fucking smart move.
For everybody involved, absolutely.
I think that it's a smart move because one, right now with tag team wrestling, it's in at least in NXT. I don't feel now that Legato's been gone, okay,
Which is
and
now
you
on
don't,
main roster Raw.
no,
Main roster Raw.
and you don't have grizzled young vets anymore.
No,
Pretty Deadly is gone. I don't like Pretty Deadly, but I'm gonna put them in the picture too.
I don't
Pretty,
know.
Pretty Deadly's gone. Um, you don't have the you don't have the you don't have anything considerably strong in NXT,
Yeah,
right? And especially because if we're looking at possible Usos reuniting down the line,
yeah.
you're looking at Gorillas of Destiny, okay?
I don't think the
And you're
Usos
looking,
should ever get back together.
but I'm just saying, if
Right.
there's a civil war, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I'm the
Yeah.
asshole that's gonna say Usos should never come back together until a Hall of Fame speech, and I will justify what I'm saying,
Even if there's a civil war.
especially if there's a civil war.
Okay.
We
Okay.
want what made Samoa Joe something interesting because they mentioned the fact that he's Samoan, right? They call him
Just
the
because
outcast
somebody's
Samoan.
Samoan, we're not going to all just like,
No, no, no. They called him
you
the
know,
outcast Samoan. And to a large degree, main
he
event
is
Jey
because he's
Uso,
not in the blood.
but he is in the blood. He's legit part of the bloodline, but the way his career's come about it had nothing to do with that. He didn't pull, there
Yeah.
was no name line to it that, like, if you're an NOI, some of that nature, that gets your name in a lot of doors. He's not like that,
Yeah.
But what made, that was sort of his shtick too, is being the outcast Samoan. Now that's Jey Uso, you know. So he's going to be the third man in.
Mm-hmm.
80. You get
80. Hiya.
up. Yeah, I did, like, keep him the fuck out of it. Like, if he's called in, it should be one of those, look, fucked up, we need you, but never as a tag team have him come in for kind of, runoff gimmick, like a one off or maybe a two off, but don't leave him be. Jimmy needs it more than Jay, and if you put them back together again, it's just going to cheapen that entire plot line that it's been one of the most talked about things in wrestling. That's me defending it because I feel like the bloodline is about ready to. The storyline was hot, and as it died off, then we added Cody. Now it's kind of gone into a weird direction, where everybody's we want Roman. So that's more to the turnover.
I'm more right now of like, I think right now, I think MSK is good for NXT business.
Yeah.
MSK and the Rascals. And
Mm-hmm.
if this leads to us getting those guys back and reunited,
Yeah.
all of them under the WWE umbrella.
And 80, yes, we are on Twitch as well.
Yes. Wrestling on the Rocks.
Same thing.
We I think that's good for business.
Yeah.
I mean, with the addition of having someone, and especially like if you are what am I gonna say, especially when you're adding Trey Miguel to this mix and everybody is wanting uh like flippy shit, and with
Mm.
the absence of a Ricochet and everyone thinking that fucking Ocean Spray is God's gift. Yeah, no, we need to have boys out there who know to fucking do this shit and do it well and with precision. And when I firmly believe when they came out, that was magical. Like
Oh, yeah.
I mean I love them period before all of this shit, but that was magical. And I think and the fucking and that NXT crowd knew it too. They knew it too.
Well, and the other end of it too is you don't need like a team like the Usos to sort of kick that up. Now,
Mhm.
if you put the God in there in that mix as a tag team because they mentioned and referenced it, that's when you put in there to run NXT. Those are those guys where you like
I,
it's their time. It is
God
their
does not
fucking
need to
time.
be. God does not need to be in NXT.
They don't need to be, but you
They
bet.
shouldn't be. They should not be.
Why not?
They should. They should not be.
Why
It's
not?
like for them, no. The only reason why
Okay.
you would not want them
Hmm.
on NXT, in my opinion, the only reason why is the only reason why you would want them there is because it gives them practice to the mouth.
That too.
Because I've seen Tomatonga's restraining.
Like them F bombs, baby.
I know he's restraining, but at the same time, it's
Well,
it's difficult.
I'll give you a good reason why.
Okay.
Okay. And they have great tag teams, but the God is a different animal, and I think those two as a whole could
Mhm.
teach the younger um the younger generation how it's done because they were top dog in Japan for years as a tag team.
They were. They were. I'm not saying that they
Yeah,
weren't.
but don't you think their lessons could elevate that tag team division? And as those teams come up, you're going to have better tag teams as a whole.
It could. However, it's more right now. It
Mm.
doesn't make sense for what is going on in the
Well,
landscape
not right
right now.
now, but
Like, yeah,
it.
possibly later. I mean, but again, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
I
The
think
jury is out on them for me with NXT. It's out.
fair enough. I feel like because they're those kinds of guys that they're not just elevating themselves; they elevate everybody else around them.
Mhm.
And if
And
anybody,
Addie is
yeah,
back on Twitch. So guys, remember we are on Twitch and on YouTube. And you know, right now we're not putting it up for podcasts.
not yet, but
Not yet.
it'll
But we
happen.
will be back. We will be back. Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
and we might go to a third platform. I got to talk with the mid
A
boss of the
third
IWC.
platform. Oh good
Yes,
lord.
ma'am.
Oh good lord. Oh good lord. Good lord. All right. God
I know
help me.
people.
Oh, I know you know people.
You wouldn't know the difference. Fine.
You know, I just lost my train of thought. But yes, so I'm all for MSK.
MSK and the Rascals, I think, is the big deal. And if rumors
Yeah.
are true, which we don't know for certain,
Mhm.
Motor City Machine Guns is definitely a huge fucking win for
That's
NXT.
who right now. That is the education and the experience that NXT
Yeah,
need. And Alex Shelley is, because of what he's been doing on the indies, is
he-
so
he's getting so much better.
so into doing that it makes sense.
Yeah, Alex Shelley has gotten and taught take better because of the
Mhm.
time in the
Yeah. Hmm.
you know.
And so shout out to, was that just the right way? Yes.
Yep.
I think it's
Oh,
about
yep.
here.
Oh, it's
That
right
way.
hand, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Always have to look at it to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's
we've got
exciting. Yeah.
so much good out there that I think we're gonna see a lot with the next couple of weeks with the various different pay per views going on. We're gonna
Yeah.
get each word.
I'm
I'm looking
I
forward to it.
I think that all in, I'm gonna say it now since we're in all in season right now. All in is interesting because now we have,
Yeah,
which I had a feeling this was gonna go there. Like yesterday
80.
it
Alex
was
Shelley and Chris Sabin are the Motor City Machine Guns.
machine guns. Hmm. Yep. Uh Now Danielson is a title versus career.
Yep. Which
And so now that it is title versus career,
hmm
okay, where are they going with this?
I think this is that time.
He gets it.
No, I think Danielson goes.
I'm really thinking that he gets it and he drops it in Washington.
"Hmm,
Only reason why I'm saying this, it's because it's at a larger venue
Is it
than
in
Wrestle Dream
Aberdeen?
was last year. No,
Oh well,
it's
then
actually at the Tacoma Dome.
yeah, Aberdeen's where he's from.
I know, with that area up there.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
I
so Swerve. Swerve is actually built from Tacoma. And the only reason why I would see that happening, right, is there some shenanigans? So Swerve's like, nah, no, 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 no. No. Like, like he wants his rematch. And that's where his rematch will be, is at Wrestle Dream. Because I think it's built up for him to, like, if you're putting a career or at least part time, that's the place to do it. I mean, I don't know.
that's fair.
I've been
But
saying that since episode one.
on that note, my ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages, whatever the hell you are, um, rather than prattle on and mind numb you with as much as we would love to go on 4 hours, and we would, it's getting about that time. So, Miss Amanda Jane, my Johnny Carson, oh Captain, my Captain, had a lot of emotions, had a lot of things going on there.
Mhm.
So why don't you give us some?
Um, you know, um, I'm positive that this is going to be a good weekend for wrestling.
Hmm.
If anyone knows how to watch AAA, can you let us know? Because yeah, but I think it's going to be a very great weekend for wrestling. Um, will we see interesting debuts? I don't know.
Yeah,
Um, will we see I don't know.
but we
I'm
could.
thinking it's we could. Um, right now, also another positive side is we're getting another Ricky Starks action figure.
Yes,
Yay! But I want a Colt Cabana one Jazz wears. God damn you!
we have to.
And yeah. And other than that, um, yeah, lots of things to be positive for. Digi, what are you positive for?
I am positive that much like yourself, we are going to see some very interesting things. Uh, in terms of, is there going to be possible returns? Like, there's so much as a whole we could end up seeing that it could be everywhere, nowhere, something, nothing, but it's gonna get us in a way that's gonna be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it, as should you.
Oh yeah. All right. Did you? Where can we find you in this wacky world online?
Uh, DigiDamon WOTR on Insta. Beyond that, fuck social media. Said what it
Okay,
said.
that's very positive. You can find
Uh,
us. You can find me at Ms. Amanda Jane with a Y on X and also Instagram. Plus, please go to www.wrestlingontherocks.com. We have a shop there with like cool merch. You can
mm-hmm.
get stickers of like yours truly because that's what I'm waiting for. One day is I want someone to fucking get one of the stickers and it has me
Mm-hmm. Yep.
on their laptop or their phone or something. You know, that'd be the coolest shit. You
I
can get my
agree.
legendary sponsor, not sponsor shirt. You can get an episode 1 shirt. There is the cool one that's like the Star Wars one. And I swear to God, Chris Jericho thought at first, he was like, wait a minute, that's a podcast. Yeah, I've listened to it. So apparently Chris Jericho's even listened to us. So yay, learning tree. Thanks, guys. Also too, just a little promotion. If you are interested in this year's Jericho Cruise, they have a special promotion right now, 0 down APY, 0 APR, sorry. You go to sixmancruises.com or go to chrisjerichocruise.com. I have a code. If you put in my name, Ms. Amanda Jane, you get $100 off. I get money back, and it's all good. We can have a drink together on the ship. Once again, thank you for
Mm-hmm.
joining us in the dive bar of the IWC, Wrestling on the Rocks. Another episode 1 in the books. Can't get to it because I screwed it up earlier. But hey, that's cool. It's a Thursday night chaser. So, guys, that's last call.
Cheers.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers to
I would never have a drink with less than